Hello everyone and welcome back to Charlie Talks Football. So in today's video we're just going to be updating you with some more Newcastle United news, transfer news and other stuff. So let's get into the video. So I just want to first talk about injury news now. As you know, Newcastle have picked up quite a few injuries and knocks during the international break now. First up, while Sven Botman was playing for the Netherlands, he picked up food poisoning, which isn't very nice to have, is it? So he has picked up food poisoning, and there is a chance he will miss the game against Manchester United, meaning that Lascelles will come in. There is a chance he will play, but personally, in my opinion, I think he potentially could miss that game. Now, I wouldn't be too concerned about Lascelles because I thought against Manchester City he played quite well, so I wouldn't really be too concerned about him. So on to the next injury now. As you know, Anthony Gordon also picked up an ankle injury. Now, according to Eddie Howe, he is going to miss the next couple of games and could be back in time for the Brentford game. That is obviously a real blow to Newcastle, isn't it? Because you know
it is. I mean, he's a really important player, and he's did well for when he's come on. He gives you a different option, doesn't he? And I'm hearing as well that Nick Pope picked up a knock, so yes, I think he'll be okay to play.
He should be okay to play. I think obviously he's not regularly starting for England, so I think Pope should be fine. I'm expecting him to play.
Any news on Almiron?
Yeah, in terms of Almiron, I don't think he'll play. I think he'll well, according to Eddie Howe, he has trained and they've trained him quite quickly, so I think he will be probably back in the squad, but I'm not sure whether he'll play. He'll probably be on the bench and he'll probably stick with Murphy. So yeah, guys, just that was some injury updates. So anyway, on to the next point now. As you know, we take on Manchester United in our next game. What an important game that is for the top four race. We will go into third if we win that, actually above Manchester United. So that is very nice to see. Now, Manchester United haven't lost to Newcastle in the last 7 matches they've played. So that's an interesting statistic.
We need to get
guys.
them back, don't we? After Wembley and the Carabao Cup
final, we definitely need to get something back. So hopefully we can get the 3 points for that game. And I think we'll play like 3 games in the space of like 6 days. So you know it's gonna be a very exciting week for Newcastle fans. You know, we've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of games happening as well. Now, I just want to say, guys, Newcastle United's away kit has been leaked for next season. Now, as you know, this season's away kit, well, third kit is Saudi Arabia sort of inspired kit. It's actually one of my favourite kits, really. You know, the colours, everything about it has really impressed me, and it really does look like that Newcastle are trying to, you know, get more exposure in Saudi Arabia. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but actually they can't sell the Newcastle tops with Fun 88 on it because it is a gambling sponsor and that is banned in Saudi Arabia. So that is another sort of incentive for you guys to sort of think why the owners may get rid of
the new one is green, isn't it? It looks
really
nice.
It's like
just a reverse of the current one.
Yeah. But to be fair, it does look nice. I think there might be some people in the fan base saying, "Oh, we're sick of these kits." You know, some people don't actually like that kit, but personally it's one of my favourites. But it does seem that the club is sort of making it pretty obvious that we do have links with Saudi Arabia now. I just Richard Masters, who is the chief executive
of the Premier League,
of the Premier League, he's basically come out and said that he basically can't comment on whether Newcastle will be investigated due to the owners. Now, I just want to sort of tell you guys what happened now. Basically, Yasser Al-Rumayyan, who is basically the chairman at Newcastle, he basically was involved in some legal thing with the PGA Golf, and apparently
he created his own breakaway,
created his own breakaway of golf, and apparently it basically said that he is a sitting minister of the Saudi government. Now, the only reason why the Premier League approved the takeover was because they'd had legal assurances that Newcastle were not associated with the Saudi government. So that's what that's about. I just want to ask you, do you think they'll investigate this or not?
They might do, it depends, I don't know, but I mean, everything seems to have been all sorted, so for this to rear its ugly head again, it might just be the media.
Big six,
it might be the media. There was a lot of fear. I think there was a lot of fear from the top teams about Newcastle coming in and competing for Champions League spots. I think that's what this year was. But I want to ask you, Charlie, about the Amazon documentary. Apparently there's going to be a 4-part, 4 episodes over I think the summer it's going to be aired, but I think that'll be really fascinating because it'll give you behind the scenes of the club, and they've been filming the team, and obviously it's not going to show you everything, but it will give you a real insight to how Howe is and the players are and what goes on a
honestly
day-to-day basis.
I'm really looking forward to that because I've just been watching Welcome to Wrexham. That's a Disney Plus series about Wrexham.
That's good, isn't it?
And that it's really, really good. So the fact that it's going to be about Newcastle, my own club, it's fantastic, really, and I can't wait. I've seen some rival fans a bit sort of bitter about this, sort of going in the comments and saying, oil or nothing.
That's interesting. I've not heard that quote.
Newcastle oil or nothing, saying without oil money we would, which we probably would, to be honest.
But to me, these programmes are done to give the club greater exposure throughout the world, and you look what it's done for Wrexham. Obviously, they've got Ryan Reynolds as one of the owners, and Rob McElhenney as well. Yeah, and I mean that's done them wonders. But it does actually lift the profile of the club, and it might increase revenue because people have seen behind what goes on behind closed doors and stuff like that, and it might sell more strips, and it might gain more sponsorship deals and bring more money into the club. And I think with these owners, we know that they're going to put the money back into the club to reinvest in players and the infrastructure and the academy. And we've seen them do that. So for me, it's a really good thing. And as a supporter, it's really exciting to be able to I'm looking forward to watching those.
I think there's been episodes. Rumours around this for quite a while, sort of circulating around. They have been filming as well. And it's interesting to see what the players will think about this as well, because some players will like it and some players might say, I don't want to be on the documentary because I just want to focus on football. And it's also interesting to see on how Eddie Howe would sort of view this, and whether, do you think he really approves it? I think do you think it's more sort of the owners?
I think it'll be the owners, but it'll be people working for the owners advising them to do this. And I think Eddie Howe is switched on. He's a modern manager and coach, and he understands the bigger picture of this and why they're doing it. So he might not be really keen on it, but he'll understand it, and I'm sure he'll have final say of what goes in or what doesn't go in, because you do need to keep some things private for the team as well. So I think he's sort of probably slightly reluctant, but understanding the bigger picture, and he's open to it. So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is very, very good. Guys, so I just want to touch on a bit of transfer news. Now, we've been linked to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain now. He plays for Liverpool. His contract is expiring in the summer. The Chronicle has first reported this, saying Newcastle, Aston Villa and Brighton are all the teams interested. I want you guys to comment down below like usual. We love listening to your comments. So would you take him? In my opinion, I wouldn't, because I don't know what you think, but there's better players out there.
I was slightly, well, I was more than slightly.
Injury record's
I was
not great
slightly surprised at this because he's sort of a similar player to what we've already got. So personally, I don't think it'll happen, but maybe it's just paper talk. I'd be very surprised if he joins the club. So I don't think that one will happen.
So yeah, guys, I just want to talk about safe standing.
Oh yes.
Now this is it's basically a thing where the Premier League has asked clubs to sort of try and improve the atmosphere, and it certainly will. And you said it would maybe add more capacity to the ground as well, and help, especially when the game goes a bit dull, and if Newcastle aren't winning, the atmosphere goes a bit flat. So this would really sort of, help to improve the atmosphere at the game. Now, this is going to be happening, well, it just as a trial, so it might not actually come into play, but next season they're sort of going to be putting this out to all of the clubs. So it's quite an exciting change,
I think there's 1,800 standing spaces going to be made in the corner of the ground, lower down in the corner of the ground, I believe. So it'll be interesting how do the club deal with this with the current supporters that perhaps have season tickets in there.
I think they'll just be maybe moved to other seats, or they've obviously got to find some way around this, because obviously they're not just going to kick them.
And I wonder how it's going to be done, because it'll increase the capacity, which is a good thing, gives more people the opportunity of going, gives people the opportunity to stand. But will they just sell the tickets as they currently are, put them available on to members and then to non-members and season ticket holders first? But I think that's what they'll do. I don't know if that's been announced yet or not.
Now, I just want you guys to comment down below, who would you want to be the sponsor for Newcastle United? Now, as you know, the sponsor is Fun88, but there's been so many rumours around the internet recently talking about who we might get as a potential new sponsor. Saudi Airlines, I think there's Armeco as well. I think that's like a Saudi oil company, I think. But I just want you guys to comment down below, who would you like? Now, there's been a lot of rumours going around, like I've been saying. Saudi Airlines looks to be
that's been mooted, isn't it, by a lot of the media.
Seems to have came out the most, like.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks for watching.
Yeah, I just thank you guys for watching this video, and I just want to say a shout out to Lewis Snowball, because he's been begging us for a shout out.
Hi, Lewis.
There you go. He's been saying, actually, he's been looking at every single video, watching them, waiting for a shout out. He was waiting patiently.
He's eventually got it.
Yeah, like I said, the support on the videos are fantastic. Make sure to subscribe. Let's try and get 500 subscribers. Lots of exciting videos on the way as well in Ibiza, and I'm also going to Tenerife, so really looking forward to do you guys some content on that. I'm really looking forward to it. It's always nice to do content in a different place.
Yeah.
And hopefully Newcastle can get the 3 points against Manchester United.
Fingers crossed.
So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed. As always, just feel free to comment down below. We'll love hearing your comments, your thoughts and your opinions, so make sure to do that. Subscribe, and I'll see you later.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.